Every successful person was once an ordinary person with an extraordinary mindset. Rewire your mind for success. Success begins in the mind. The moment you change your thoughts, you change your life. Are you tired of feeling stuck? Unsure of how to break through to the success you know you're capable of? What if I told you the key to unlocking your full potential is within your control? Success isn't a random event. It's a mindset. It's about reprogramming the way you think, act, and approach life every single day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to brainwash yourself for success. This isn't some quick fix or empty advice. This is about taking real control of your thoughts, your actions, and your habits to ensure you're on a path to achievement. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly how to push past your limits, taking massive action with confidence, and achieving the life you've always dreamed of. It starts right here, right now. If you're ready to break free from mediocrity and step into your true potential, stay with me. Let's dive into how you can train your mind for success and change your life once and for all. Number 1. Reprogram your mind by controlling what you consume daily. Success is built in the mind long before it appears in reality. Every decision, every action, and every habit is influenced by what you allow into your thoughts. Your mind is like fertile soil, and whatever you plant in it grows. If you plant strong, empowering ideas, you will produce strength and confidence. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and distractions, you will struggle with hesitation and uncertainty. Look around at your daily life. Everything you expose yourself to is shaping your mindset. The books you read, the videos you watch, the music you listen to, the conversations you engage in, all of these elements influence how you think and ultimately what you achieve. If you want to reprogram your mind for success, you must take control of what you consume. Your brain is always absorbing information. Whether you realize it or not, your mind is picking up thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs from everything around you. If you constantly consume negativity, you will start to believe in limits. If you expose yourself to knowledge and growth, your thinking will expand. The key is to take responsibility for what enters your mind, because your success depends on it. The first step in reprogramming your mind is to eliminate harmful influences. If something does not serve your goals, remove it. If it fills you with fear, doubt, or distraction, cut it out. Success is not about adding more, it's often about removing what holds you back. Start with your environment. The people you interact with, the places you go, and the content you engage with all shape your thinking. If you are surrounded by people who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, their mindset will start to become yours. But if you spend time around people who are ambitious, disciplined, and committed to growth, their mindset will push you to think bigger and aim higher. Choose your influences wisely because they will determine how far you go. The second step is to replace negativity with powerful growth-focused content. What you consume daily must push you forward. Read books that challenge your thinking and expose you to new ideas. Watch content that teaches you strategies for success. Listen to voices that encourage discipline, confidence, and ambition. The more you fill your mind with empowering messages, the stronger your mindset becomes. Think about your daily habits. Are you consuming content that educates you or content that distracts you? Every minute you spend watching, reading, or listening to something is either building you up or pulling you down. Your time is valuable. Make sure you use it to absorb ideas that improve your life. Another key to reprogramming your mind is to monitor your self-talk. Your inner dialogue shapes your self-image. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, you will hesitate and hold back. If you affirm your ability to succeed, you will move with confidence. Pay attention to the words you use when you think about yourself. Eliminate self-doubt and replace it with powerful positive statements that reinforce your potential. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind is through repetition. The ideas you expose yourself to repeatedly become your beliefs. If you constantly hear messages of growth, confidence, and achievement, they will become part of your thinking. This is why successful people are intentional about their daily routines. They consume powerful ideas every day, and over time those ideas shape their actions and results. Control what you feed your mind in the morning. The first thoughts of your day set the tone for everything that follows. Instead of starting your day with distractions or negativity, begin with something that fuels your success. Read something inspiring. Listen to something educational. Speak words that strengthen you. The first few moments of your day can either set you up for greatness or weaken your focus. Choose wisely. Take control of what you allow into your life at night. The last things you consume before sleep influence your subconscious mind. If you end your day with stress, mindless entertainment, or fear-based content, you carry that energy into the next day. But if you fill your mind with powerful ideas, your subconscious will work on them while you sleep. End your day with thoughts that build your future. Protect your focus throughout the day. Every notification, every conversation, and every piece of content you engage with is either helping or harming your success. Train yourself to filter what deserves your attention. Block out distractions. Avoid meaningless gossip. Ignore opinions that do not serve your growth. Every moment you waste on negativity is time stolen from your success. Success is not a secret, it's a habit. The people who achieve great things do so because they program their minds for achievement. They don't allow doubt to take root. They don't entertain weak thoughts. They don't waste time on things that do not matter. They choose every input carefully because they know it will determine their results. You have the same power. You can choose what enters your mind. You can decide what to read, what to watch, what to listen to, and who to learn from. If something weakens your mindset, remove it. If something strengthens you, consume more of it. Every decision you make about what you feed your mind is shaping your future. Right now you can take control. You can choose to eliminate distractions, negativity, and self-doubt. You can replace them with knowledge, confidence, and motivation. You can train your mind to focus on success every single day. Your future is determined by the thoughts you allow into your mind. Make sure every thought, every influence, and every habit moves you forward. Success is built in the mind first. Reprogram yours for greatness. Number 2. Feed your brain with success stories and powerful lessons. Success is not an accident. It is built through learning, discipline, and the right mindset. If you want to succeed, you must train your brain to think like successful people. You must absorb their experiences, learn from their failures, and adopt the principles that help them win. Your mind is shaped by the information you feed it. If you fill it with doubts and negativity, you will hesitate in life. But if you fill it with the stories of people who overcame struggles, broke through barriers, and achieved greatness, you will start to believe in your own potential. The fastest way to build a strong mindset is by studying those who have already done what you want to do. Success stories are powerful because they teach you what is possible. When you hear about someone who started with nothing and built a great life, you realize that your own obstacles are not permanent. When you see people who failed multiple times but kept going, you understand that failure is not the end. The more you expose yourself to these stories, the more your brain starts to rewire itself for success. Think about the most successful people in history. Many of them faced incredible hardships. They struggled, they doubted themselves, they faced rejection, but they refused to quit. Their stories are not just motivational, they are proof that anyone can achieve success if they commit to learning and taking action. One of the best ways to feed your brain with success is by reading biographies of great leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs. These books are filled with lessons that took others decades to learn. They show you the strategies that work, the mistakes to avoid, and the mindset needed to win. But it's not just about reading. You must engage with the lessons actively. When you read about someone's journey, ask yourself, what made them succeed? What challenges did they overcome? What habits did they build? Take notes, apply the lessons, and use them to shape your own path. Another powerful way to reprogram your mind is by listening to interviews with successful people. When you hear them speak about their struggles and victories, you absorb their wisdom, their confidence, discipline, and focus start to influence the way you think. Instead of seeing problems as roadblocks, you begin to see them as opportunities to grow. Success stories also help you develop resilience. When you see that every great person has faced setbacks, you stop seeing failure as a sign to quit. You understand that setbacks are part of the process. You realize that success is not about avoiding challenges, it's about overcoming them. But it's not enough to just read or listen, you must take action. If a successful person built wealth through discipline, adopt their financial habits, if they developed confidence through practice, apply the same strategies. If they transformed their life through daily learning, commit to lifelong education. Knowledge without action is useless. The purpose of feeding your brain with success is to use that knowledge to change your life. Another way to surround yourself with success is by joining communities of ambitious people. Being around those who push themselves to grow will inspire you to do the same. If you spend time with people who are driven, focused, and constantly improving, their energy will rub off on you. But be careful, not all stories are useful. Some people will try to convince you that success is reserved for a lucky few. They will tell you that you need connections, special talent, or perfect circumstances. Do not listen to these voices. Choose to consume stories that show you that success is earned through effort, not given by luck. Your mind is like a computer. It runs on the programs you install. If you install powerful success-driven beliefs, you will operate with confidence. If you install fear and self-doubt, you will hesitate. Take control of what you allow into your thoughts. Success leaves clues. The path has already been walked by others. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. Study those who have done it, learn from their victories. Learn from their failures, apply their strategies. Every day make a decision to feed your brain with success, read powerful stories, listen to great minds, engage with valuable lessons. The more you do this, the more you will start to think like a winner. And when your mind is wired for success, your actions will follow. Number 3. Build unshakable discipline by mastering your daily habits. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is not talent, luck, or intelligence that separates winners from the rest. It is their ability to control their actions, stay committed, and do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. Without discipline, goals remain dreams, and potential goes to waste. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, you must develop unshakable discipline, and the only way to do that is by mastering your daily habits. Your habits control your life. They dictate how you think, how you work, how you handle challenges, and ultimately, the results you get. Every small action you take each day is shaping your future. Success is not built in a single moment. It is built through consistent, disciplined actions repeated over time. If you can take control of your habits, you can take control of your life. The first step in building discipline is recognizing that motivation is unreliable. Motivation is temporary. Some days you will feel excited and ready to take on the world, and other days you won't. If you rely on motivation to take action, you will only make progress when you feel like it. That is a weak foundation for success. The most successful people in the world do not depend on motivation. They depend on discipline. They train themselves to take action, whether they feel like it or not. To develop discipline, you must create a daily routine that forces you to grow. Your routine should be designed in a way that makes progress automatic. Instead of waiting for inspiration, you build systems that push you to take action. This is how you develop the ability to show up every single day, no matter what. Start by setting clear and specific habits that align with your goals. If you want to improve your health, commit to daily exercise and healthy eating. If you want to grow your knowledge, make reading and learning part of your daily schedule. If you want to build wealth, practice financial discipline every day. Success is not about doing big things once in a while. It is about doing the right things every single day, without fail. Discipline is built through consistency. You cannot expect results if you only put in effort when you feel like it. The key is to remove the option of skipping. Make your habits non-negotiable. Treat them like a responsibility, not a choice. When something becomes a part of who you are, skipping it will feel unnatural. To strengthen your discipline, start small. Many people fail because they try to change everything at once. Instead of overwhelming yourself with too many changes, focus on building one strong habit at a time. Once that habit becomes part of your routine, add another. Over time, these small habits will stack up and create unstoppable momentum. Your environment plays a huge role in your discipline. If your surroundings make it easy to fall into distractions and bad habits, you will struggle to stay on track. Remove anything that tempts you to be lazy or unproductive. surround yourself with things that make discipline easier. If you want to read more, keep books in sight. If you want to wake up early, set your alarm across the room so you have to get up. Make good habits easy and bad habits hard. Another critical part of building discipline is mastering your thoughts. Your mind will try to convince you to take the easy route. It will tell you to skip your workout, to put off your work, to give in to comfort. You must train yourself to ignore these weak thoughts. The moment you start negotiating with yourself, you lose. When you tell yourself you will do something, do it. No second guessing, no excuses. Holding yourself accountable is essential. Keep track of your habits and progress. Write down your commitments. At the end of each day, evaluate whether you followed through. If you did, recognize your progress. If you didn't, correct your course immediately. The more you hold yourself to high standards, the stronger your discipline becomes. Building discipline also requires learning how to push through discomfort. Growth happens when you do things that are hard, uncomfortable, and inconvenient. If you only stick to what is easy, you will never improve. Train yourself to embrace discomfort. When something feels difficult, remind yourself that this is where real progress happens. A great way to strengthen discipline is by removing unnecessary decisions. Decision fatigue is real. The more choices you have to make, the more likely you are to take the easy route. Simplify your life. Set a fixed schedule for important habits. Plan your day in advance. Remove distractions before they become a problem. When discipline is built into your lifestyle, success becomes automatic. Your ability to stay disciplined will be tested. There will be days when everything feels difficult, days when you feel exhausted, unmotivated, and frustrated. But these are the moments that define you. Anyone can be disciplined when things are easy. The real test is whether you can stay committed when things are hard. If you can push through those moments, you will separate yourself from everyone else. Success is not about talent or luck. It is about showing up every single day and doing what needs to be done. The most successful people are not the ones who never struggle with discipline. They are the ones who have trained themselves to push through, no matter how they feel. They have built habits that force them to grow. They do not allow weakness to control them. You have the power to build unshakable discipline. Start today. Identify the habits that will lead to your success. Make them a daily priority. Eliminate distractions. Hold yourself accountable. Push through discomfort. The more you train your discipline, the stronger it becomes. And once you master it, nothing can stop you. Number 4. Repeat powerful affirmations to reshape your beliefs instantly. Your mind is the control center of your life. Everything you do, everything you achieve, and everything you become is a direct result of what you believe about yourself. If your beliefs are weak, your actions will be weak. If your beliefs are strong, your actions will be powerful. The fastest way to reshape your beliefs is by using powerful affirmations, statements that reinforce the mindset you need to succeed. Every day your mind is filled with thoughts. Some of these thoughts are positive and push you forward. Others are negative and hold you back. The problem is, most people don't realize how much their thoughts shape their reality. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, you will act in a way that proves it. If you tell yourself you're strong, capable, and unstoppable, you will start living that way. Affirmations are not magic, and they are not just empty words. They are a tool to rewire your thinking. Your brain is constantly looking for patterns, and whatever you repeat often enough becomes your reality. If you have spent years doubting yourself, you must deliberately replace those thoughts with stronger ones. The key is to use affirmations with intensity, consistency, and belief. Start by identifying the limiting beliefs that hold you back. If you struggle with confidence, your mind might be filled with thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I always fail." If you have financial struggles, you might constantly tell yourself, "Money is hard to make," or "I'll never be wealthy." These statements create mental barriers that stop you from reaching your potential. To break these barriers, you must replace them with new, empowering beliefs. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am strong, capable, and prepared for success." Instead of thinking, "I always fail," say, "I learn, grow, and improve every single day." Instead of saying, "Money is hard to make," say, "I attract wealth and opportunities through my hard work and focus." Your words shape your identity. The more you repeat powerful affirmations, the faster your mind will accept them as truth. Repetition is the key to making affirmations work. Saying something once will not change your mindset. You must say it over and over until it becomes part of who you are. Every morning, start your day with affirmations. Say them with energy, say them with belief, speak them as if they are already true. Look in the mirror and declare your success. Feel the words as you say them. The stronger the emotion behind your words, the faster they will sink into your subconscious mind. Affirmations must be personal and direct. They should be spoken in the present tense, as if they are already true. Instead of saying, "I will be confident one day," say, "I am confident now." Instead of saying, "I hope to be successful," say, "I am a powerful, successful person." Your mind responds to certainty. The more certain you are, the more your brain will align your actions with your words. Affirmations are even more powerful when combined with visualization. As you say your affirmations, see yourself living them out. If you affirm success, picture yourself achieving your biggest goals. If you affirm confidence, see yourself walking tall and speaking with authority. The brain cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality, so when you visualize success, your brain starts to accept it as real. The time of day you use affirmations matters. The best times are right after you wake up and right before you sleep. In the morning, your mind is fresh and ready to absorb new thoughts. At night, your subconscious is most active. Whatever thoughts you repeat before bed will be processed in your sleep. Fill your mind with powerful affirmations, and your brain will work on making them true. Affirmations should not just be words, you must back them up with action. If you affirm that you are disciplined, prove it by sticking to your habits. If you affirm that you are successful, take actions that move you toward success. Words create belief, but action turns belief into reality. Another way to strengthen affirmations is by writing them down. Keep a journal of powerful statements and read them daily. Writing reinforces the message in your mind. Seeing your affirmations on paper makes them more real. When you write something repeatedly, your brain begins to accept it as a fact. Surround yourself with affirmations everywhere. Put them on sticky notes, where you will see them often. Set reminders on your phone to repeat them throughout the day. The more you expose yourself to these messages, the faster they will replace negative thoughts. Many people let their beliefs be shaped by the world around them. They accept the doubts and fears that others put in their minds. But you don't have to accept limitations. You have the power to reshape your beliefs. You can reprogram your thinking to align with success. Make the decision today to take control of your thoughts. Choose affirmations that match the life you want to create. Speak them with conviction. Repeat them daily. Feel them deeply. Back them up with action. The more you do this, the stronger your beliefs will become. Success is not about luck. It is about having the mindset to make it happen. And that mindset starts with the words you tell yourself every single day. Speak power. Speak confidence. Speak success. And soon your reality will match your words. Number 5. Destroy all excuses and take full control of your life. Excuses are the enemy of success. They are the lies we tell ourselves to stay comfortable, to avoid responsibility, and to justify inaction. Every time you make an excuse, you give away your power. You let circumstances control your life instead of taking control yourself. If you want to succeed, you must destroy every excuse and take full responsibility for your actions, your results, and your future. The truth is, everyone has reasons to quit. Everyone has struggles, challenges, and obstacles. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people refuse to let excuses stop them. They take ownership of their lives. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't blame others. They don't waste time complaining. They focus on solutions, not problems. If you want to change your life, the first thing you must do is eliminate excuses. Excuses keep you stuck. They give you a false sense of comfort while stealing your potential. The moment you stop making excuses, you will see opportunities everywhere. You will realize that nothing is stopping you except the limits you have placed on yourself. The most common excuse people make is I don't have enough time. But time is the one thing we all have in equal amounts. The difference is how we use it. Some people waste hours every day on distractions and entertainment, then complain they have no time to work on their goals. If time is an issue, track where your hours go. Cut out anything that does not serve your future. Wake up earlier if you have to. Prioritize what truly matters. Time is never the real problem. Lack of discipline is. Another excuse is, I don't have enough money. While money can create opportunities, it is not a requirement for success. Many of the most successful people in history started with nothing. They found a way to grow, learn, and build something from scratch. The real issue is not lack of money, it is lack of resourcefulness. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you can do with what you have. There are free resources everywhere. There are ways to learn, ways to improve, ways to create value. Money follows those who take action, not those who wait for the perfect situation. People often say, I don't know where to start. This is another excuse. In the age of unlimited information, not knowing is a choice. The answer to almost any question is available to you right now. The real issue is not lack of knowledge. It is fear of taking the first step. Action creates clarity. The more you do, the more you learn. If you are unsure where to begin, start anywhere. Progress comes from movement, not from waiting. Fear is another common excuse. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. But fear is an illusion. It is only strong if you let it control you. The truth is, failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. The only real failure is refusing to try. The moment you stop fearing failure, you become unstoppable. Some people blame their past for their lack of progress. They say, I had a rough childhood, or I wasn't given opportunities. But your past does not define your future. Many people have come from nothing and built great lives because they refuse to let their history control them. You cannot change the past, but you can control what you do today. Every day is a new chance to rewrite your story. The strongest excuse people make is, it's too hard. But everything worth having requires effort. Success is not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would achieve it. The question is not whether something is hard. It is whether you are willing to push through. The people who win are the ones who keep going when others quit. They understand that struggle is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. If you want to eliminate excuses, take full responsibility for everything in your life. Stop blaming others. Stop waiting for help. Stop expecting things to change on their own. Take control of your actions, your mindset, and your habits. The moment you do this, you will feel a new sense of power. You will realize that you are in control of your future. One of the fastest ways to destroy excuses is to surround yourself with people who push you. If you spend time with those who make excuses, you will pick up their habits. But if you surround yourself with disciplined, focused, and successful people, their mindset will influence you. They will challenge you to be better. They will hold you accountable. They will remind you that excuses have no place in a life of success. You must also develop the habit of immediate action. The longer you wait, the stronger your excuses become. When you think of something you need to do, take action immediately. Even a small step will break the cycle of procrastination. Train yourself to move forward without hesitation. The more you act, the easier it becomes. Another key to taking full control of your life is to set clear goals. If you don't know where you are going, it's easy to make excuses. But when you have a strong vision, you won't accept anything that takes you off track. Define what you want. Write it down. Break it into small steps. Review it daily. The clearer your goals, the less room there is for excuses. Accountability is another powerful tool. Tell someone your goals and ask them to hold you to them. When you have someone checking on your progress, you are less likely to make excuses. A mentor, coach, or even a trusted friend can keep you on track and challenge you to stay committed. Taking control of your life means doing the hard things even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up every day with discipline. It means refusing to accept anything less than your best. Excuses are easy. but success is earned through effort. The more you eliminate excuses, the stronger and more capable you become. Decide today that you will no longer let excuses hold you back. Own your time. Own your effort. Own your future. The moment you stop making excuses, your entire life changes. You will see opportunities where others see problems. You will find solutions where others complain. You will move forward while others stand still. Success belongs to those who take full control. Make the decision now. Destroy every excuse. Take responsibility for your actions. Commit to doing whatever it takes. Your future is in your hands. And the only thing standing in your way is the excuse you refuse to let go of. Number 6. Condition yourself to take massive action without hesitation. Success is built on action. Not planning, not wishing, not overthinking. Action. The faster you move, the faster you learn, the faster you grow. The people who win in life are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment. They are the ones who take massive action without hesitation. They don't second-guess themselves. They don't let fear stop them. They don't get stuck in endless planning. They move. They execute. They figure it out along the way. If you want to rewire your mind for success, you must condition yourself to take action immediately. You cannot afford to hesitate. Hesitation kills momentum. It gives your mind time to create excuses, to let fear creep in, to keep you stuck where you are. Every second you spend hesitating is a second you lose. The key is to break the habit of waiting and build the habit of doing. The first step to conditioning yourself for action is to stop overthinking. Overthinking is the enemy of execution. People waste days, weeks, even years trying to figure out the perfect plan before they start. But there is no perfect plan. The truth is, action brings clarity. You will never have all the answers before you begin, but you don't need to. The answers come through doing. The lessons come through experience. The longer you sit and think, the more you hold yourself back. You must train yourself to move before your brain has a chance to talk you out of it. The moment you think of something that needs to be done, act immediately. If you wait even a few seconds, your brain will start giving you reasons why you shouldn't do it. It will tell you you're not ready. It will tell you to start tomorrow. It will tell you to think about it more. That's the trap. That's how hesitation kills dreams. The solution is simple. Don't give yourself time to hesitate. When you decide to do something, take the first step immediately. One of the best techniques to force yourself into action is the 5-second rule. The moment you have an idea or decision to make, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then move. This small countdown interrupts hesitation and forces you to act before doubt takes over. It's simple, but it works. To build the habit of taking action, start small. Too many people try to change everything at once and get overwhelmed. Instead, build momentum by taking small actions every day. Make it a rule that whenever you set a goal, you take the first step immediately, no matter how small. Whether it's making a call, sending an email, or writing down a plan, just do something. Action must become your default response. The moment you decide to do something, move. If you tell yourself you will wake up early, get out of bed as soon as the alarm rings. If you say you'll go to the gym, start putting on your workout clothes immediately. If you set a goal, take a step toward it right now. Condition your brain to associate decisions with movement. Fear often stops people from taking action. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. But fear only has power if you let it control you. The truth is, fear fades the moment you take action. Action kills fear. The longer you hesitate, the stronger fear grows. But the moment you start moving, fear weakens. The key is to move toward fear, not away from it. When something scares you, that is your signal to act even faster. Another way to condition yourself for action is by setting deadlines. When you don't set a deadline, your brain assumes you have unlimited time and you procrastinate. But when you give yourself a deadline, your brain shifts into execution mode. Instead of saying, "I'll do it someday," set a time frame. Give yourself 24 hours, a week, or a month, whatever it takes to force movement. Environment plays a major role in your ability to take action. If you surround yourself with distractions, excuses, and comfort, you will hesitate more. But if you create an environment that pushes you forward, action becomes natural. Remove anything that slows you down. Keep your goals in sight. Spend time around people who move fast and execute. Their energy will push you to do the same. Holding yourself accountable is another powerful tool. When you make a commitment, tell someone, announce your goal publicly. Find a mentor, a coach, or a friend who will hold you to your word. When others expect you to follow through, you will be more likely to take action. Massive action requires an all-in mindset. You cannot be half committed. You cannot kind of go after your goals. You either do it or you don't. Too many people keep one foot in and one foot out, waiting to see what happens. That is a recipe for failure. You must commit fully. You must decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. Taking action without hesitation does not mean acting recklessly. It means trusting yourself enough to move forward, without waiting for everything to be perfect. It means being willing to make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going. It means recognizing that progress comes from doing, not from thinking about doing. Your ability to take action will determine your success in every area of life. The people who succeed are not always the smartest, the most talented, or the most educated. They are the ones who take the most action. They are the ones who move while others hesitate. They are the ones who execute, while others make excuses. Decide today that you will become a person of action. Make it a rule that you do not hesitate. That when you make a decision, you move immediately. That when fear shows up, you push through. The more you condition yourself to act, the easier it becomes. Soon action will be your natural response. And when that happens, success will be inevitable. Number 7. Develop an unstoppable mindset by embracing failures as lessons. Failure is not the end. Failure is not a reason to quit. Failure is not proof that you are not good enough. Failure is feedback. It is a lesson. It is a necessary step on the road to success. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who avoided failure. They are the ones who embraced it, learned from it, and kept going despite it. If you want to develop an unstoppable mindset, you must rewire the way you think about failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as something negative. They believe that if they fail, it means they are not capable. But this belief is wrong. The truth is, failure is proof that you are trying, proof that you are pushing beyond your comfort zone, proof that you are growing. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try. You must train yourself to see failure as a teacher. Every failure carries a lesson. Every mistake shows you what needs to be improved. Every setback gives you an opportunity to grow stronger. If you avoid failure, you also avoid growth. The key is to shift your mindset from fearing failure to using it as fuel. When you fail, don't ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Instead, ask, "What can I learn from this?" Shift your focus from frustration to education. Every failure has something to teach you. It shows you what doesn't work, so you can adjust and improve. The faster you learn, the faster you grow. Successful people do not let failure define them. They understand that failure is temporary. They know that as long as they keep moving forward, every failure gets them one step closer to success. They refuse to let setbacks break them. Instead, they use them as motivation to push harder. One of the biggest reasons people fear failure is because they tie their self-worth to their results. They believe that if they fail, it means they are a failure. But this is a dangerous way to think. Your results do not define you. Your response to them does. If you fail and give up, then yes, failure wins. But if you fail and keep going, failure becomes part of your success story. The key to an unstoppable mindset is resilience. You must develop the ability to keep moving forward, no matter what happens. You must decide that no setback, no rejection, no mistake will ever stop you. You must refuse to let failure break your spirit. Instead, let it make you stronger. To develop this mindset, you must expose yourself to failure often. If you only do things that are safe and comfortable, you will never grow. Challenge yourself. Take risks. Try things you are not yet good at. The more you experience failure, the less power it has over you. Eventually, you will reach a point where failure does not scare you anymore. It excites you because you know it means progress. One of the best ways to embrace failure is to study the failures of highly successful people. Look at anyone who has achieved great things, and you will see a history of failures behind them. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was told he had no creativity. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. These people did not succeed because they avoided failure. They succeeded because they refused to let failure stop them. If you want to develop an unstoppable mindset, you must build emotional strength. When failure happens, do not let it break your confidence. Do not let it make you doubt yourself. Instead, use it as proof that you are making progress. Every failure is a step forward, not backward. It is also important to separate failure from personal identity. Just because something did not work does not mean you are a failure. It simply means you have more to learn. When you fail, analyze what happened, adjust your approach and try again. This process of failing, learning, and improving is what leads to long-term success. To condition yourself to embrace failure, start celebrating small failures. Instead of being discouraged, recognize them as milestones on your journey. Keep track of your failures and what they taught you. When you look back, you will see how every failure led you to where you are today. Another powerful way to develop an unstoppable mindset is to practice gratitude even in failure. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you gained. Maybe you developed a new skill. Maybe you discovered a weakness that you can now improve. Maybe you built mental toughness. There is always something positive hidden within every failure. Surround yourself with people who have the right mindset. If you are around people who fear failure, their mindset will affect you. But if you are surrounded by people who embrace challenges, take risks, and bounce back quickly, you will absorb their energy. Their attitude will push you to keep going, even when things get tough. Repetition is key. The more you expose yourself to challenges, the stronger your mindset becomes. The more you push through failure, the more resilient you become. Over time, failure will no longer feel like an obstacle. It will feel like a natural part of the journey. Building an unstoppable mindset does not happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency. But if you commit to seeing failure as a lesson instead of a problem, you will become mentally unbreakable. Nothing will stop you. No setback will hold you back. No rejection will make you quit. Decide today that failure will no longer control you. Decide that no matter how many times you fall, you will always get back up. Decide that you will use every failure as a stepping stone to your success. Once you make that decision, you will be unstoppable. Nothing will stand in your way, because when failure no longer scares you, success becomes inevitable. Number 8. Flood your mind with knowledge that fuels your ambition. If you are serious about success, there is one thing you must do consistently: feed your mind with knowledge. Not just any knowledge, but the kind of knowledge that pushes you forward, that drives your ambition, that gives you the tools to achieve your goals. Too many people fall into the trap of seeking comfort, relying on what they already know, and failing to open their minds to the vast amount of knowledge available. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to start feeding your mind with knowledge that fuels your ambition every single day. The mind is like a garden. It will grow whatever you plant in it. If you fill it with positive, empowering thoughts, ideas, and lessons, you will see the fruits of those thoughts in your actions and results. But if you fill your mind with negativity, self-doubt, and limitations, that's exactly what you will get in return. You have the power to control what goes into your mind, and you must make a conscious effort to flood it with knowledge that aligns with your goals and ambitions. The world is filled with information, books, podcasts, articles, seminars, and people with valuable insights. But not all of that information is valuable. To fuel your ambition, you must be intentional about what you consume. Seek out the kind of knowledge that will challenge you, inspire you, and teach you the skills you need to achieve your goals. Choose books that expand your understanding of the world and help you become a better person. Listen to podcasts that feature people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Watch videos and attend seminars that offer strategies and insights you can apply to your life. The people who succeed are the ones who continuously invest in learning. They never stop growing, never stop evolving. They know that knowledge is power, and that the more they learn, the better equipped they are to handle the challenges that come their way. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They are all lifelong learners. They actively seek out knowledge that pushes them forward, that keeps them moving toward their goals. If you want to develop the same mindset and habits as those successful people, you need to make learning a daily priority. Schedule time every day to read, listen, or watch something that contributes to your growth. Don't just do it when you feel like it. Do it because you know it's necessary for your success. Successful people don't leave their learning up to chance. They make it a habit. They don't rely on sporadic bursts of motivation to learn. They rely on discipline and consistency. Every day they commit to learning something new, even if it's just a small piece of knowledge. And over time, those small bits of knowledge add up to massive growth. But it's not enough to just consume knowledge. You must also apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is useless. You can read all the books in the world, listen to all the podcasts, and attend every seminar, but if you don't put that knowledge into action, you won't see any results. Learning is only valuable when you use that knowledge to take action toward your goals. As you learn, make sure you are actively applying what you learn to your life and work. If you come across a strategy, an idea, or a principle that resonates with you, find a way to implement it. Take the knowledge you acquire and use it to move forward. But let me be clear about something: not all knowledge is created equal. You can fill your mind with information that will entertain you, but if it doesn't contribute to your goals, it won't serve you. To truly fuel your ambition, you need to seek out knowledge that is directly aligned with your vision. For example, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, read books on entrepreneurship, leadership, business strategy, and personal development. Surround yourself with the kind of knowledge that is relevant to where you want to go. This doesn't mean you should ignore everything else. Life is not just about professional success. But if you want to accelerate your growth, you must prioritize the knowledge that will propel you toward your goals. Be selective about what you let into your mind, and be intentional about how you spend your time. The more focused and intentional you are about what you consume, the faster you will move toward your goals. It's also important to surround yourself with people who are constantly learning. Find mentors, colleagues, and friends who challenge you and push you to think bigger. The people you spend time with will influence your thinking, your habits, and your success. If you surround yourself with people who are committed to growth and success, you will be naturally motivated to do the same. Their ambition will fuel your ambition, and their knowledge will inspire you to keep learning. When it comes to developing your mindset, you must embrace the idea of continuous improvement. Never get comfortable with what you already know. Always look for ways to expand your knowledge, deepen your understanding, and sharpen your skills. The world is constantly changing, and if you want to stay ahead, you must stay curious and open to new ideas. Don't let complacency creep in. Challenge yourself to learn something new every day. Challenge yourself to go deeper with the knowledge you already have. Always look for ways to improve. You will face obstacles on your journey. You will encounter setbacks, roadblocks, and moments of doubt. But when you have a steady stream of knowledge flowing into your mind, you will have the tools and insights you need to overcome those challenges. Knowledge gives you confidence. Knowledge gives you clarity. Knowledge gives you the ability to make better decisions and take more informed actions. It's the foundation upon which you build your success. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to know, and that's a good thing. It keeps you humble and hungry. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Don't let that happen. Keep your mind sharp, and keep fueling your ambition with the knowledge that will help you succeed. Embrace a mindset of constant learning, and you will develop an unstoppable drive to reach your goals. Your future is shaped by the knowledge you acquire today. Every book you read, every podcast you listen to, and every lesson you learn is a step forward on your journey. Fill your mind with the knowledge that will push you, challenge you, and inspire you. Seek out the kind of wisdom that will help you break through barriers, overcome obstacles, and achieve the success you desire. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for comfort. Commit to learning, commit to growth, and commit to fueling your ambition every day. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you become. And with that knowledge, you will be unstoppable. Number 9. Speak and think like the person you want to become. The way you speak and the way you think has a direct impact on who you are becoming. Your words and thoughts shape your identity, and your identity determines your success. If you want to reach new heights in life, you must start by speaking and thinking like the person you want to become. Every action, every success, every breakthrough begins with the thoughts you have and the words you speak. If you want to transform your life, you need to first transform the way you speak and think. Your thoughts are the foundation of your actions. If you want to become successful, confident, and capable, you must first think like someone who embodies those qualities. You must develop the mindset of the person you want to be. The way you think will shape your perception of the world, the decisions you make, and the way you respond to challenges. If you want to be successful, stop thinking like someone who is stuck in the past or limited by their current circumstances. Instead, think like someone who is already successful. This is where the power of self-talk comes into play. The words you use when you speak to yourself have an incredible influence over your reality. The internal dialogue you have shapes your beliefs, your emotions, and ultimately your actions. If you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something, you will never take the necessary steps to make it happen. On the other hand, if you speak to yourself with confidence, determination, and optimism, you will act in ways that align with those qualities. Start by paying attention to the words you use every day. Are they empowering or disempowering? Do they support the vision you have for your life, or do they reinforce your doubts and fears? If you want to achieve greatness, you must eliminate any negative, limiting language from your vocabulary. Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "I can learn how." Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "I am capable of handling this challenge." Speak to yourself with the same level of belief and confidence you would speak to the person you admire most. But it's not just about the words you say to yourself, it's also about the way you speak to others. The way you communicate with others reflects the person you are becoming. If you want to be seen as a leader, someone who inspires and motivates others, you must speak with clarity, conviction, and vision. Your words should reflect the person you are striving to become. When you speak, your words should inspire action, offer value, and convey confidence. The more you speak like the person you want to become, the more you will start to embody that person. It's also essential to speak with purpose. Every word you speak should serve a purpose. If you want to speak like someone who is successful, stop wasting words on negativity or idle chatter. Focus on conversations that are uplifting, empowering, and aligned with your goals. Engage in discussions that challenge you to grow, that help you learn, and that inspire you to take action. Your words have power, so make sure you are using them to create the life you want. The way you think is just as important as the way you speak. If you want to become someone who achieves great things, you must think like someone who has already achieved them. You cannot allow doubts, fears, or negative thoughts to control your mind. Instead, you must train yourself to think like a successful person. This means thinking with abundance, thinking with confidence, and thinking with clarity. Instead of focusing on problems, focus on solutions. Instead of focusing on limitations, focus on possibilities. One of the most important ways to think like the person you want to become is to visualize your future success. Take time every day to vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals. Picture the life you want to live, the person you want to be, and the impact you want to have. When you visualize your success, you are conditioning your mind to believe that it is possible. You are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind that success is not only achievable but inevitable. When you think and speak like the person you want to become, you begin to rewire your brain. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to take action where others hesitate. Your mindset and your words begin to align with your goals, and that alignment is what propels you towards success. It's not enough to simply hope for success. You must actively think and speak in a way that attracts it. Speaking and thinking like the person you want to become also means taking ownership of your actions. Stop blaming others for your circumstances or complaining about the things that are out of your control. Instead, take full responsibility for your life and your choices. Speak with authority over your decisions and own the results of your actions. The person you want to become is someone who takes full control of their life, who doesn't make excuses, and who doesn't play the victim. Speak like that person, think like that person, and watch how your life begins to shift. Another key aspect of speaking and thinking like the person you want to become is maintaining a positive, growth-oriented mindset. Life will throw challenges your way, and there will be times when things don't go according to plan. But successful people don't let setbacks stop them. They use them as learning experiences and opportunities to grow. The way you think during difficult times will determine whether you overcome them or let them defeat you. Think like someone who sees challenges as stepping stones to success. Speak to yourself as someone who is capable of handling anything that comes your way. Your ability to adapt, learn, and stay focused in the face of adversity is what will ultimately determine your success. When you make the shift to thinking and speaking like the person you want to become, you'll start noticing a change in your actions. You will take more initiative, make bolder decisions, and pursue your goals with more energy and enthusiasm. Your words and thoughts will no longer be limited by fear or doubt. They will be driven by purpose and possibility. You will become the person you have always wanted to be, and others will begin to see that transformation in you. To speak and think like the person you want to become, you must also take intentional action. It's not enough to just think and speak the part. You must also act the part. Align your actions with the mindset and language of the person you want to become. If you want to be someone who is healthy, start taking actions that support a healthy lifestyle. If you want to be someone who is successful in business, start making decisions and taking steps that align with your entrepreneurial goals. The more your actions align with your thoughts and words, the more you will bring your ideal self into existence. Understand that the shift in your thinking and speaking is a process. It won't happen overnight, and there will be times when you slip back into old habits. But don't let that discourage you. Every time you catch yourself thinking or speaking negatively, take note of it, and redirect your thoughts and words in the right direction. Over time, this will become second nature, and you will begin to embody the person you want to become. Number 10. Reject mediocrity and demand greatness from yourself daily. Mediocrity is the silent killer of potential. The quiet poison that drains the energy and passion of those who settle for less than what they are truly capable of every day. You are faced with a choice to accept the ordinary or to demand greatness from yourself. You must make a decision right now to reject mediocrity in all its forms and to insist that your life, your actions, and your results reflect your highest standards. Rejecting mediocrity isn't just a decision, it's a daily commitment to yourself. A promise to never settle for less than you are capable of. Greatness isn't something that happens by accident. It's the result of deliberate, purposeful action. You must demand greatness from yourself in every area of your life, your work, your relationships, your health. Everything must be approached with the mindset that mediocrity has no place in your life. To succeed, you need to reject mediocrity not just when it's convenient, but when it's uncomfortable, when it's challenging, and when it feels easier to let it slip. The pursuit of excellence must become a habit, a mindset, and an unwavering part of your daily life. The first step in rejecting mediocrity is to recognize that you are the one in control of your life. You are the one who sets the standards for what is acceptable in your life. If you are unhappy with your results, your circumstances, or the way things are going, you need to take a long, hard look at the choices you are making and the habits you have adopted. Mediocrity doesn't come from external forces, it comes from within. It comes from the decisions you make, the mindset you adopt, and the level of effort you are willing to put forth. If you allow yourself to settle for average, you will get average results. If you want extraordinary outcomes, you must demand extraordinary effort. It's not enough to simply avoid mediocrity. You must actively pursue greatness. This means raising your standards in everything you do. Don't just meet the bare minimum. Strive for excellence in every task, no matter how big or small. Whether you are working on a major project at work or having a simple conversation with a friend, do it with purpose and intention. Mediocrity shows up in the little things. It's in the half-hearted effort, the procrastination, the distractions, the excuses. Greatness, on the other hand, shows up in the details. It's in the commitment to put in your best effort at all times, even when no one is watching. It's in doing the work when you don't feel like it and pushing through the discomfort to reach your potential. You need to recognize that the path to greatness is often uncomfortable. It's going to require sacrifice, persistence, and a relentless refusal to settle. Mediocrity feels comfortable, it feels easy, it feels like you're not stretching yourself too thin, but comfort is the enemy of growth. Greatness requires discomfort, growth, and learning. You must push yourself beyond your limits and refuse to settle for anything less than your best. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it does mean you must continuously strive for improvement. Mediocrity tells you to take it easy, to rest on your laurels, to coast. Greatness demands more. It requires consistency and the constant desire to improve, to get better, and to push yourself beyond the boundaries you've set for yourself. Every day you wake up, you are given a choice. You can either choose to accept mediocrity, or you can choose to demand greatness, and every day the choices you make, the actions you take, and the decisions you make add up. Over time they compound and create your reality. If you continuously reject mediocrity and demand greatness, you will begin to see remarkable changes in your life. The more you reject mediocrity, the more you will see opportunities for greatness in the small moments. You will start to notice where you can improve, where you can give more effort, and where you can push yourself harder. The most successful people are the ones who reject mediocrity on a daily basis. They don't take shortcuts. They don't look for the easy way out. They understand that success comes from consistent effort over time. Mediocrity may feel easier, but it will never bring you the results you want. Greatness, on the other hand, requires discipline, focus, and a willingness to work harder than the average person. The successful person is the one who is willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. They are the ones who stay disciplined and consistent, even when it's tough, even when it seems like the easier path is to give up and settle for less. One of the most important things you can do to reject mediocrity is to surround yourself with people who share your commitment to greatness. Your environment plays a crucial role in your success. If you are constantly surrounded by people who accept mediocrity, who settle for average, who aren't pushing themselves to be better, it will be difficult for you to maintain the drive to demand greatness from yourself. Find people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who hold you accountable for your goals. Surround yourself with individuals who have a mindset of excellence and who refuse to accept mediocrity in their own lives. When you surround yourself with greatness, it becomes easier to demand greatness from yourself. Accountability is key. You can't do this alone. You need people who will push you to be better and who will help you stay on track when things get tough. Mediocrity thrives in isolation, but greatness flourishes in a community of like-minded individuals. You don't have to do it all on your own, but you must be intentional about the people you allow into your circle. They should be people who challenge you to grow, people who believe in you even when you doubt yourself, and people who encourage you to push through the hard times. Rejecting mediocrity and demanding greatness requires support, encouragement, and collaboration. In addition to the people you surround yourself with, you must also look at your daily habits. Your habits are the foundation of your success or failure. Mediocrity thrives in bad habits. If you want to reject mediocrity, you must adopt habits that push you to be better every day. This means waking up early, staying organized, prioritizing your time, working with focus, and dedicating yourself to continuous self-improvement. Greatness is not achieved through sporadic bursts of effort, it's achieved through consistent, disciplined habits that compound over time. Mediocrity is comfortable. It's the result of not paying attention to the small daily actions that add up. Reject it by focusing on the habits that create long-term success. One of the most difficult things about rejecting mediocrity is the resistance you will encounter from your own mind. Your mind is wired for comfort, and it will constantly try to convince you that it's okay to take shortcuts or settle for less. You will face moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but you must push through those moments with conviction. You must refuse to let the voice of mediocrity win. Every time you feel like giving up, every time you feel like coasting, you must remind yourself of your vision, your goals, and your commitment to greatness. You are not a person who settles. You are a person who demands greatness from yourself every single day. Rejecting mediocrity isn't just about achieving success, it's about building a life of pride, purpose, and fulfillment. When you demand greatness from yourself, you are setting the standard for your life. You are telling yourself and the world that you will not settle for anything less than your best. This is not a one-time decision, it's a daily choice. Every single day you have the opportunity to reject mediocrity and choose greatness, and when you make that choice, you will begin to experience a transformation.
Your life will change, your results will change, and you will become the person you were always meant to be. Reject mediocrity, demand greatness, make it a habit, make it your standard, and watch as your life reaches heights you once thought were impossible. Your potential is limitless, but you must choose to tap into it. Mediocrity has no place in your life, only greatness. Embrace it, demand it, and become it.